Well, the Northwood games, I felt we probably should have won both. Second game, their pitcher kind of helped us out a little bit with some walks, and we got ahead that way. We didn't have a ton of hits, but we had enough. The first game with Northwood was both pitchers. Eric Hummel for us, and the Northwood pitcher pitched extremely well. I felt the top of their game. So that game goes into extra innings, and unfortunately for us, our relief pitcher, who had pitched extremely well up until that point, comes in, walks three guys in a row. So we get a split there. We go to Northwood, go to Grand Valley. Play extremely well in the first game. Hit the ball. Mike Hunt had 2 home runs. Hit the crap out of it. Our pitcher, Carson Bashane, threw really well. I was in control the whole game. We went 6-1. And then going to Sunday, lose the second game 5-3. Had a couple chances to win that game as well. Going to this in the Sunday, first game had chances to win. Didn't hit much. Second game we hit a little bit. But our hitting was just not timely. We scored some runs, and the same thing there. Grand Valley pitcher walked a few, and the walks end up scoring. So, but we had a chance to win late in the game. It was 7-7 the eighth inning, and unfortunately, the same guy walked the 3 against Northwood. Come in and Wild pitched the winning run home, and gets the loss there. So. We had the opportunities. We've just had a little bit. Our hitting let us down in certain areas. The pitching in certain areas. Overall, there were some bright spots. Yesterday, our freshman second baseman, who hadn't played very well up until that point, kind of got over the hump a little bit, we think. Had double and a single and made a couple really nice plays in the infield. Kyle Parks, and did a nice job. And our ace relief pitcher came in struck out 2 in 1 inning against Grand Valley. Andrew Tidwell, who's pitched extremely well, has yet to give up an earned run. So there was some bright spots, even though we were 2-4 on that week. Should have been better. Should have been at least 3-3. But it is what it is. So hopefully we can get a better start this week. Got a tough week ahead of us with Elma tomorrow. Wayne in here on Wednesday in big games, and then of course our Ashland coming in, who's always a good team for the weekend. We've got 7 games here, and we need to do extremely well this week to stay in it. Well, even Hunt has been more consistent. I think he was 0 for 4 the last game, but he's been the kind of our team leader on and off the field. And Matt's not a big guy, but he comes to play. I mean, he comes to play every game, every play, and he's been very consistent. Ryan Ermers and has been very good at times as far as offensively. A little bit of lapse in the outfield a couple times, but for overall, he's had a pretty good year so far. Chet LaFay defensively, I think, is as good as anybody in the league that I've seen so far. In fact, I believe he's the best I've seen so far. We'd like to get him hitting a little bit better, but he's been coming on a little bit lately. He had a couple hits on the weekend that were big hits, and he's a good player as well. The good thing for us is that our kids who have done extremely well are all young, and so the future's bright for what we have here. It's just that we do have a young team, and when you have that, a lot of times the younger kids tend to make more mistakes, but they're playing, and hopefully down the road they're going to gain from that knowledge and get better. And hopefully there's a championship down the road someplace for us. Well, it's going to feel pretty darn good to have some home games, because then we have a 4-game kind of a split situation. After that, down at Ohio Dominican, we have to go down on a Wednesday afternoon and play Thursday, and they can't play on Friday because it's Good Friday, so hang around for an extra day and play on Saturday, come home Saturday night, so probably late Saturday night. But I'm looking forward, I think, to this week with the competition as well as playing at home in front of our fans. We've had really good turnouts at home for the short time we've been here, and on the road for the most part. I think it was about even yesterday, but for the most part, we've had more fans on the road than the teams where we've went. Yesterday at Grand Valley and Saturday, it was about even. Saturday was a full house. I mean, it was saw a lot of blue, but on the other side, you saw a lot of red. So we've had great travel with our fans. They've done a good job, but for the most part, I think we're looking forward to playing home in front of our own fans and students.